guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, I have a really special treat for you today. I have my mom, Joni.
Hello.
And I'm going to be interviewing her about being a mother for Mother's Day. I thought this would be so much fun. And I do want to tell you a portion of this video is sponsored by Luisa Jewelry. And we'll get to that in a minute, okay? So, you know Mother's Day is approaching.
Yes, I do.
And you know we love you dearly.
I think so.
Okay. And so does Maggie. Maggie loves her mama beyond belief, okay? So, tell me, what are some of your fondest memories? I thought we would talk about my grandmother because I'd like to hear some of Mom's stories about my grandmother and about her being what kind of a mom she was, and just tell stories like that. I think it would be very interesting. So tell me your fondest memory of Grandma.
Well, she was an excellent mother, and I had an excellent father also. She took the fact that she was a mother, and it was very important to her. Mm-hmm. Because to her there was nothing more important than being a good wife and a good mother and a good Christian. So not in those orders. But anyway, and she always saw that her children came first, and she was there for them all the time. And I know that when it came to grandchildren, she was always very good with them too, because I remember what she used to do with you. She would turn her loose with her jewelry box. And Tanya has always loved jewelry since she was about a year and a half old, not even probably that old.
It's inherited. I cannot help it. It was my grandmother's thing in life. It's my mom's thing in life, and it is mine. We all love jewelry. Speaking of, I have a special, let me just interrupt this little interview here, and I'm going to surprise you with something.
Oh dear.
You know I said earlier that this video is sponsored by Luisa Jewelry, and they're having a Mother's Day sale, okay? And their jewelry, you know, if you've been with me a while, I absolutely love it. I'm wearing their necklaces. I wear those all the time. I picked out 2 bracelets that I love, and I'll show these up close a little bit later. But they're having a big Mother's Day sale, okay? Oh. And you get 15% off. All of their jewelry is on sale. And I have a coupon code that I'll put in the description box below. Would make a great gift for your mom, yourself. If you know someone that has been like a mother to you, that would be good. Your mother-in-law would be good, okay? Now, so their sale started April the 12th. So the minute you see this, if you see anything, I'll link their website below that you want to order. You can jump on there and get it. Now, the last day to guarantee shipping before May 9th in the U.S. is May 5th, and internationally is Monday, May 3rd, okay? And all of their jewelry, they offset 100% of their carbon footprint for each piece of jewelry, so I like that. And there's a 1-year warranty on all of their jewelry. Like I said, I've been wearing this for a long time. I've
noticed that when you're making your videos, how beautiful that looks in your videos.
You know, and I haven't had any problems with it, okay? So, I want to, and their pieces start at $39, and this is 14 karat gold, okay? Plated over top of very high-end metals, okay? So I have something to give you.
Oh, my.
And I hope you'll like it. I think you really will. Happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you.
And you'll just have to see what's in there.
I like the packages, too. I always like to look at the packages.
You're like one of those children that play with the box.
Right. I play with the boxes. Oh, those are really pretty.
It's earrings. I got her some earrings.
Oh, they're very
Here,
pretty.
let me put them on for you.
They have real pretty little discs on them.
Mm-hmm. I'll show these up close in a minute, but they're
looks
gorgeous.
Sort of like a sunburst.
Okay, here are the earrings that I picked out from my mom. I love them. Like she said, it's like a starburst disc design. So pretty. Look at that. And then here are my bracelets. So delicate, so dainty, and I love them. Okay. Those are gorgeous.
They're pretty.
Oh, yes, I love them.
I'll be coming to see her more often. Since she's going to give me gifts. Okay, here I am. Oh,
Those are gorgeous. I love those.
I can't see because
I love how they hang down just enough.
I use reading glasses, so I can't see what I look like.
She looks great. All right, this bracelet right here is the Rowena. It's $68. It's 6.1 inches, and it has a 1.18 inch extender, and it's so delicate. I love it. And then this one is the Roma. It's $68, 6.6 inches with a 1.2 inch extender, and I love these for layering. They are gorgeous. I have another one that they sent me, and I love it as well. And then I will show you Mom's earrings up. I love that disc. I think it is gorgeous. And I love the drop on those earrings. They are so pretty. So once again, that's the Michelle, $68. All right, so tell me about, where do you think Grandma's love of jewelry came from?
Well, I guess it's where she just always had it, as far back as I can remember. She always had a chest that sat on her dresser in her bedroom, and she kept it full of jewelry. And she would go in there and go through it, and there were nights that she would bring them in, the chest in, and just sit in the living room and go through it and sort it all out again, make sure everything was exactly the way that it should be. And of course, during this time, I was looking at the jewelry too, and I was thinking, I wouldn't mind having some of that. So as I became a teenager and everything, I started wearing some from jewelry. And then I had sisters that also loved jewelry, and they gave me some of their jewelry.
Okay, so what are some of your fondest memories of your mom?
Mom was an excellent, I don't think you could get a better mother. I know everybody will say that, but mine is true, because from the time that I can remember until the time when she passed away, she was trying to look after her children. And that's exactly the truth.
That's true.
And her grandchildren were in that. And if she would come to spend the night with me, a lot of times I would take my laundry. I remember I would do my laundry and get it out of the dryer, and I would just sit it in a chair, and I would plan on doing it the following morning, folding my clothes the following morning. Well, when I got up, she was an early riser, like 6 o'clock or something like that. I was more like the 7 to 7:30, something like that. When I would get up, the clothes would always be folded, ready to be put away. And if she had known where they went, she would have put them away. Cooking, she taught me how to cook. She taught all of her girls, and I figure the sons too. They knew how to cook, but she always, I think that's where I got the sort of the habit. I got into a habit on special holidays. I would always fix the day before the big day, and I would fix everything and put it in the refrigerator. Then I would think, what if something would happen to one of these tonight?
She did that.
And they wouldn't be able to taste the food. So I got to where I would always take separate little dishes, and it was Tupperware. And I would put parts of my food into these little Tupperware dishes. And I would put those separate in my refrigerator, and I would always let you all eat whatever you wanted in that the night before, so that if anything happened, I wouldn't be grieving over the fact that you hadn't gotten to taste the dinner that I prepared. And I remember one time Chris, that's my son, he was going to New York City.
Right.
And it was over Thanksgiving, and I thought, I can't let him go to New York City and miss Thanksgiving dinner. So I go and get everything and prepare a Thanksgiving dinner for him before he leaves. And then I have the regular Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day, and he's calling us from the Rainbow Inn. Rainbow Room in New York.
Well, I benefited from that because I got 2 Thanksgivings. But I think also, I know that your family's big in traditions, and our family is too. And like for Thanksgiving, we always have my grandmother's macaroni salad, which some people might think that's strange, but it's killer. And then her deviled eggs.
Sweet potatoes.
And then
Grandma loves sweet potatoes.
Right. I have my dad's mom's sweet potatoes. Mom always fixed. So we bring in that family tradition and try to keep it close. The oranges under the tree at Christmas.
Yeah, keep it going, handing it down so that the tradition goes from generation to generation. And I think that's good, because I think it's good for kids to have a building block that they can build on, and let them know that there are special things that you want to hold close and not forget them. So
it's a way to keep the people that are no longer with you.
Right.
You know, they're there, not in physical body, but they're there in their presence from their recipes or different things like that. So I really like that you do that. Now I will say, I will toot Mom's horn. She is a wonderful mom. She really is. We all love her to death. She's very talented, very giving, very loyal.
I'll agree with that.
And fiercely protective of her children.
I agree with that. I've been to school many, many days.
Yeah, when we were growing up, she did. But
it wasn't your all's fault.
Right. So any other, I know you have tons of stories about Grandma. Anything she ever did that was really funny? She did a lot.
She did a lot of things. Mom's main thing was she loved to crochet. She loved to quilt, and she taught me how to do that. She, back when I was growing up, it was way, way back. I mean, people would not believe it today. But when you bought your oats for breakfast, they came in round containers, and they would always put a cup or a dessert bowl in there to get you to buy their oats, Quaker oats.
That's pretty nice.
And so when you bought your oats, you had the dish container in there. So we would always get those, and then some of them would even have dish towels in them.
Oh, wow.
So Mom would take the dish towels, and I remember she gave me about 6 or 8 of them when I was probably about, I'd say 10 years old, maybe 11. And she said, I think it's time that you learn to do some embroidery.
Oh.
So she sat me down beside her, and she was always one that was good to explain things. And she sat me down, no pressure, just showing me what to do. And I did the cross stitch. And that's the first time I was exposed to cross stitch. And so I did that, and then I went ahead and fixed the others by myself after I learned. And then later on in life, when you were probably in college, we were shopping one day, and I saw this angel that I dearly loved.
Right.
And I've told everybody about that. But it had a light under it, and it was in this little, what do you call those?
Boutique.
A boutique. And so I looked at you and I said, I gotta have that. And,
she did.
But they didn't have one to sell, so I had to buy a pattern. Didn't know how to get it centered or anything. And my mom was no longer around to show me how to center them or anything. So and Tanya said, you don't know how to do that. And I said, I don't know how, but I'll find out. So I bought it, and I had the lady help me with my embroidery floss. And the material that it went on, I took it home and I sat down and I thought, okay, how am I going to get this to where the head will not be coming out above the material?
Right.
Or the feet will be coming out way below the material. How am I going to get that thing centered right? So I sat and I figured it out for myself. And I sat down and I worked on it and I made it, and it's hanging in my living room right now.
It's really pretty.
So I tried to teach her to do things, and she would say, I'm not interested. Right now, I'm just not interested. And I'd say, but you're wasting so much time. And she'd say, but I'm not interested. And I'd say, okay. So I would push the issue. And then one day she comes home and she says, Mom, I have a YouTube channel. I just about fell out of my chair and I said, what? You have a YouTube
I was
channel?
paying attention all those years. But truthfully, going to school, college, nursing school, all that stuff, I was busy. I didn't have time to craft. I crafted a little bit, all those years, but...
She tried to prove to me that she could not draw one night.
I did.
We were sitting there, and I was painting, doing one of my paintings, and because I do oil painting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked at her and I said, why don't you draw something? She says, I can't draw. And I said, you can draw. She says, no, I can't. I said, prove it to me that you cannot draw. I said, and there was those little figurines that are in the,
I think they call precious moments.
Precious moments. We got them at Hallmark card store. And so I looked and I saw that and I said, show me if you can draw that little girl and boy on front of that. Okay, I'll just prove to you I can't draw. And I said, well, prove it to me.
It backfired.
So she sat down and she drew that as well as if she had had it printed off of the...
I was shocked, needless to say. I probably couldn't do it again, but...
well, then she turned right around and printed, and you printed a parrot.
I drew a parrot.
Yeah, I meant drew it. You
Yeah.
drew it.
Yeah.
She didn't print it, she drew it. And it looked just like the parrot. And
But one time, I'll tell you something really funny, and then we'll wrap this up. Mom does oil painting. She's very good at it. And I've watched her for years, and I've watched Alexander on TV, and I'd fall asleep watching Alexander and Bob Ross and Helen Van Wyck, all these people, and they were really good. And I did enjoy it. And I guess I was soaking a lot of that stuff up, but at this point I hadn't quite soaked it up yet. So...
yeah, she was going in her room and she would have 10 pages of printed material she had to memorize. And she would come out about an hour later and she could quote it to you verbatim.
So back to the painting. So I thought, her sister drew very well. All of her family's very talented like that. So Mom was going to paint these horses like her sister had painted. So she had hers done, and I thought, I'm going to paint these horses. And I'm sketching them out. And I'm thinking, I am just full of pride, okay? Because I think, I hate to be doing such a good job. Mom's going to be so disappointed that mine look better than hers. When I got finished, they looked like dogs that were
Malnourished.
They looked bad. It was so horrible, but that's always been a funny joke.
That was the only thing that you...
But they were horrible. They were horrible, but here, in my mind, when I was doing it, they were gorgeous.
We laughed about that. It really was.
It was funny. It was hilarious.
It was funny.
Okay, well, I'm going to end this, but I wanted to...
Well, thank you for the jewelry.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you to the company.
Anna Luisa.
Anna Luisa. Thank you. I appreciate that. I told her I was going to just have to come down again.
Now I've started something.
Yeah.
But don't forget, I'll put the link in the description box to order if you're interested. And you get 15% off, and I have the coupon code. And I just really want to thank Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video. I love their jewelry, as I've said many times before. I love their bracelets. I love those earrings.
I'm anxious to see what they look like.
They're gorgeous. If I could, I would be dripping in jewelry. I just don't have enough, long enough
She's
neck,
telling the truth.
long enough arms, but I'm still working on my arms.
She's like her grandma.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out on YouTube. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and become a member of our family. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell and set it to all so you won't miss an upload. I'm not sure when this is going up. It may be an extra video for you. So if it is, the next video you will see will be a DIY. So let me go get Maggie. She would love to get in on this, and let her say hi. Say hi, Mama.
Hi, Maggie.
Oh, say I love my Mama. Say I love her.
She says I've got to hide.
Say I love
She has
my
that
Mama.
camera. Yes, there's little Maggie. Yes, there's little Maggie. She likes to lick me though.
Okay, well, until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye bye, everybody.